Okay, so I'm sitting here, and it's about 9:30, and I'm really looking kind of like crap because I've been up since 1:30 in the morning. um, and my friend Andrew Carter and I decided that we were going to get up this morning and drive 2 hours to Richmond to be in line by 5 a.m. To get the iPhone 4. And I just sort of wanted to explain how our whole story, everything that happened, and how we got to that point. We originally intended to go to AT&T, but we saw a press release this week that AT&T is not allowing any walk-ins until next Tuesday, the 29th. So when we found that out, we were like, crap, we can't go to AT&T here in town. So that means we have to go all the way to the closest Apple store. He and I both live in small cities in Virginia, so that means a 2-hour drive for each of us. So we decided to do that, and when a lot of people found out, they were like, well, why didn't you pre-order? And we would have pre-ordered the iPhone, but the problem is, with the way it worked this year, is pretty much if you didn't get your pre-order done by like 10 a.m. on day one, you didn't get one. And long story short, neither of us got a pre-order. Day two, you're screwed. You had to wait till July. So that's why we decided, okay, we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna make the trip. It'll be fun. We'll get an iPhone and everything. So we go down there. We get onto the premises around 4. Actually, we meet up off side of the mall at like 4:45. And then we're like, okay, well, we're not allowed on the mall premises until 5, so let's see if we can sneak on, around 2 or 3 minutes early. Andrew had already been there for like an hour and talked to the security guard and everything, and so we're like, okay, we're going to be fine, hopefully we'll be like the first people there. And so we go and we park, and we get out of the car, and as we're coming around the corner, we see this big line of people already. There's probably 50 people there. Split between 2 lines. And so we jump in the shorter line, the one closest to us, and we're probably 20th in line or so. And we'd read online, we actually found out on a Mac Rumors forum that's where we found out about you can't be on this particular premises until 5 a.m. And so we also read that there's, in the past they've done 2 lines. They've done a pre-order line and they've done a walk-in line. But there was no sign. So we get in, the shortest line. We're standing around going, what are they going to do? How do we know which line is which? So Andrew.
Sir Matt.
What's going through your mind right now?
Well,
with all these people in front of you.
This could be the best day ever or the worst day ever.
So our line ends like, having a hard time getting a shot there-ish. And then there's another line over there, which we have no idea if that's the pre-order line or if this is. But everyone seems to be aware.
Hopefully the pre-orders happen first, so the walk-ins happen last, right?
Yeah, I was going to say whichever one's closed, which
Either way, we have to wait in suspense. What are you going to do while you wait?
Sleep.
What's going through your mind?
I am very nervous, man.
Me too.
I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. It's like using your last great ball against YouTube.
It's like, is it going to work?
Yeah. You got to hold the B button down the whole time. If you're lucky, it'll work out.
So all of a sudden around 5:30, the AT&T dude shows up, just drops off these signs, and I hear somebody walking across there like, this is the reserve line. This is like the pre-order line. Over there is your walk-in line. And so we're like, oh, we're in the wrong line. So we bail. We just, duck under the little guide rope things that they have and run over to the other side. And we go literally from about 20th in line to about 150th in line. And so we wait and we wait and we wait, and we played some games on the iPhone and talked and just sort of waited around until about 7 a.m. when the Apple people showed up there cheering. Everybody was excited, and we were like, well, there's a fair amount of people here. You know, there's a lot of people behind us. We should get one. And then they took and they moved the sign way back behind us. We're like, okay, we should be fine. You know, they moved that sign way far away. So there's this Apple guy, and he's walking around sort of explaining what's going on to everybody, and he's sort of taking orders. Basically, he's taking down everybody's order, and he goes from the very beginning of the walk-in line all the way up to us, and he gets about 10 people away, and he's like, okay, I'm out of 16 gigabyte phones. And Andrew and I both plan on getting 16 gigabyte just because that's what I've been using, and it's fine for me. And you know, you save $100, but we were like, okay, well, if we got it, you know, we went this far, we got to pay the extra $100. We'll get the 32 gigabyte. And the guy's like, he's like, if you want a 16 gig, don't leave. We'll put you on a waiting list, and you can come back. We'll take your name down. As soon as we get one in, we'll send you an email. So we're like, okay, we'll get the 32 gigabyte then. And the dude sort of kind of goes along, explains the story to everybody behind us, and comes back around to do the 32 gig orders. And gets two people in front of us, and goes to the girl in front of us, the one girl in front of us, and tells her, I'm sorry, they just bought the last 32 gigabytes. That we have no more iPhones today. And we were just crushed, because, you know, we'd driven that far. We got up 1:30 in the morning to go wait in line. We got there super early, got there on time. You know, we were in line close enough to get one, and basically lost our position because Apple didn't put up these signs. And so that was really frustrating. Probably the other frustrating part was, you know, the fact that other people snuck in before the 5 a.m. Time when you were supposed to, and, you know, we started trying to obey the law or the security or whatever, and sort of got burned there. But it was just so disappointing. The biggest thing is just the fact that they didn't label those lines. And the other thing is we didn't split up. We thought from the point we got there, we're like, oh, maybe we should split up. Maybe we should send somebody over that line. And we didn't. So we ended up, neither of us got an iPhone today. And it's just been a big bummer, but hopefully we can get one on Tuesday when AT&T starts selling them. But yeah, that's pretty much our story. I mean, the moral of the story for me is just split up if you're in that kind of a line again, and pre-order. Wake up early and pre-order and get it shipped to your house so you don't have to go through that. So that's what happened to us today.